So moving forward, it's always a funny time. They did the NCAA selection yesterday, Brendan, and you asked about that, and I didn't watch it. We expect to be there, and I think the one thing that's disappointing about this season is the group of players we had and the glimpses we showed early in the year, and I think we showed our potential prior to all the adversity we hit. You don't get to coach this group again. And you don't get this season back. You don't get a do-over. But I know, just like I said before, with some of the teams we knocked off and the caliber we were prior to losing all the players, that this is always a tough time. And yesterday in particular was a tough day. But having said that, we've started getting back to work. We've been out there twice already, and we're kind of redefining our hierarchy. We're reshaping our team. Everybody moved up 2 steps on the totem pole, or up 2 seats on the bus, as I like to say. But if you look at it really, if you have Zach Nelson in goal, Krul and Goodall in the back, at least for starters, with some other options there. Sean Wilson in the back of the midfield, Dell Autumn, Peyton Miller, Campbell, who really came on. And then you have Sam Sergi and Felix as target players. There's a great spine there. And then there's a group of probably 6 to 8 guys who played quite a bit this year that can maintain complementary roles or grow into what I call not being luxuries but now being necessities. There's a big group of those guys who certainly, because of the injuries and because of the adversity, got called on and had to do a little bit of had to play considerable minutes and contribute, and are ready for that. So that's exciting. I do think, next year's team is probably going to have to be really, really tight defensively, almost be perfect defensively. I think we have the chance to kind of sneak up on people. I think our morale and our spirit and this off season, as far as maybe having huge expectations and really hitting the ground running and kind of keeping things moving along, we might have to redefine ourselves and reshape ourselves a little. But that's exciting too. I think sometimes to come out of nowhere and surprise people. And I wouldn't even say the word surprise people, but just kind of overcome some things and kind of replace some people can be exciting as a coach, even though some people don't necessarily like to do it. Signing day has just passed, and our class was ranked 7th nationally by Top Drawer Soccer. We have 4 players who are rated in the top 150 nationally. It's the highest ranked class we've ever had. The great thing about that class is we're going to add 2 players. We have quite a bit of scholarship available to do it, and we're looking to add 2 starters into that group, probably an international and or a transfer. So we have a great, young American high school nucleus of guys who maybe can contribute next year, but certainly going to have great careers to the point where it's been recognized nationally in a top 10 level. But we actually can add to this class, and I think maybe the 2 most ready players in this class have yet to be determined, have yet to be, signed. So that's great. And then obviously we'll continue on the recruiting trail. We'll continue on with the one-on-one meetings now, and again trying to redefine roles and reshape our hierarchy. And kind of grow our coaching staff as well. I think there's going to be a lot of evaluation as far as from a soccer standpoint, from a data statistical standpoint. Allowing as many goals as we did at home. We were shut out 6 times. That hasn't happened before. What are we going to do on both sides of the ball? What's our system of play going to be? And I think the final couple things are obviously fundraising and continuing to grow our program and be able to keep up with the top programs in the country as far as what we're able to do recruiting, what we're able to do for the current student athletes with amenities and travel, and then obviously making sure we have the overhead and resources we need. And that's something that everybody who watches this video has the potential to be involved in if they wish. And then we'll do our spring season and obviously look forward to that. And we have some exciting tournaments we've been invited to on board, a couple of exciting opportunities. And we already have a couple of good candidates in the mix for Devon's game in April as well. So that's the 2018 summary from the inside, from the outside, the soccer piece, the non-soccer piece. That's the CEO's take of the company from 6,000 feet. And I think the most important thing I'll close with, and I'm really proud of, is I think any good program embodies the mission and kind of values and brand of the university. And even though there were a couple tough nights with some tough losses and some days where we just thought every day the trainer came in and had worse news and new news and bad news, at the end of the day, the who and the how certainly is prominent and certainly is what we want it to be, and it maybe didn't necessarily match up with the what, but I think Xavier would be proud of our team. We have Xavier players doing things the Xavier way, and I'm proud to be the coach here, and I was very proud of our guys. And we went down swinging in a postseason game that mattered, and we were in the postseason. I think there's something to be said for that, and just want to thank again everybody who was involved for their support. And what was a memorable season, despite maybe what it might have, the record might have not indicated.